Alright, so I just wiped it down. I have my gasket on here already, and you see that, you know, the dark piece, that's the gasket, and my tab is in there. That's what's holding the tensioner out. So let's stick this in there. Obviously you can see that I didn't have to take anything apart, and you know, the throttle cable, well, actually not the throttle cable, I mean the clutch cable here, it's kind of in the way, but you know, you can work around it. If you have really big hands, you might want to take this off just to make it easier on yourself. And take that off and make it easier on yourself, so that way you don't have to have that in the way. It's always nice to have things out of the way. In this case, I don't think I needed it. So these are 8mm socket head. It doesn't need, you know, doesn't need that much torque. Right. So this is going to be the hardest part here, taking this tab out without just letting that that thing just pop out. If it does pop out real fast, you could just get your little screwdriver and slowly let it out, and that'll probably be the easiest thing to do. Oops. So it's just slowly easing it out. Slowly easing it out. And that's it. So if you're not sure, you know, get your screwdriver. You can always do it again. Find that slot. All right, I got that slot. Turn it in clockwise, so that way the tensioner will recess back in here. Once it hits the end, you can just slowly let it out. You know, let it unravel itself, but you're giving it friction there, so that way it doesn't just unravel really quickly. Just slowly ease it out. So once it eases it all the way out, it tensions the chain. Then you can, you know, take it out, so that way everything is nice and easy. So now I need to, you know, take off this this O-ring right here. Where we use that O-ring. You know, usually when you look at the manual, the Honda service manual, and any service manual really, anytime you take apart something that has an O-ring on it, they always say, oh yeah, usually we use the old one, but I don't usually do that. So yeah, so the threads are definitely damaged. Actually, I'm looking at the threads on the nut itself, or the head itself, the bolt head, and I can see the old aluminum that got damaged, and I'm actually I need to remove that. Let me see, just actually see the old threads here. See that? The old threads that got stripped out just because, you know, I damaged them, or I might have tightened this thing too tight. And you know, remember this thing is aluminum, so it's really soft. So that could be it. You know, it could be the combination of me using a screwdriver that was a little bit too big, and also tightening it too tight, because my my socket that I have for it is, you know, it's on a it's on this big giant handle, and there's a tendency for people to over tighten things. And that could be another reason as well, why it's over tightened, or why it got stripped. So that's I would guess that was probably the reason why it got stripped, because it was over tightened by me. So I'm gonna take it easy. That's it. Just a little bit of tension on there, and that's all you need. Really light. So that's it. So that's the best way to take this off. Usually, if you need to work on something, it's best not to take this off at all. All you need to do is take off that center nut or center screw bolt, and with a little tool like this, screw it out when you need to untension the chain. So that's what I would suggest you do. And you just make this out, make one of these yourself. And at one point I have one. I still have one sitting around somewhere. I'm not sure where I left it, but that I made one of these myself out of this little piece of sheet metal, 16 gauge sheet metal. This one looks like a 16 or an 18 gauge sheet metal, and it actually looks like stainless to me, but it's kind of hard to tell being so small. So yeah, so that's it. So that's the chain tensioner. How to take it off, put it on, and what to look for. As far as not causing, doing it properly, not causing it to get damaged. All right, thanks for watching.